Anyway, hi. My name's Mayur, for which I resent my parents to this day. In all seriousness though, who names their child Mayur? I have a friend called Ebola and he thinks I have a shitty name. But that's what you get when you grow up with cold-blooded parents who are always disappointed in you. This morning I asked my mom to help me with my stand-up and she said, "Beta, the last joke to come out of me was you." They're mean as shit. As a kid, my parents would buy me the ugliest pairs of clothes. And if I said so much as, "Papa, this isn't even the color I wanted," he would go, "Well, you're not the color we wanted." That's what happens when you grow up with parents who are always disappointed in you. Well, growing up a Marwadi is kind of difficult. And, growing in Nepal as a Marwadi is more difficult. As growing up in Kathmandu, I had my fair share of casual racism, I must say. I was born here, I was brought up in Kathmandu, but somehow that didn't mean shit to the racist bullies in my school. All they ever saw was the distant Indian ancestry on my predominantly Indian face. They would beat me up and say stuff like, "Go back to where you came from. Go back to where you came from. Go back to where you came from." It made no sense to me because even if I wanted to go back to where I came from, there's no way I can go back to my mother's uterus. There's no way. But keeping all hatred aside, we love Kathmandu, don't we? I love Kathmandu. I love Kathmandu for some of the weirdest shit that happens here. I took a walk in Tamil last month, and within 10 minutes, 3 people came up to me and offered me a massage. Once again, because I look ridiculously Indian, I know that because they all walked up to me and said the same thing. They went, "Sasta massage lega." So I went back home, I did some digging. Turns out we Marwadi men are the top demographic of massage parlor customers in Nepal. And there's a good reason for that. And no, it's not because we're always horny, which we are, but that's not it. It's because these salesmen, they have a very strong selling point. They walk up to us and say, "Sasta massage lega." And we go, "You had me at Sasta." I'm only kidding you guys. We're not all that cheap. Earlier this month, I paid $5,000 to get into a nightclub to see a popular DJ play. But the DJ didn't show up. I was furious. But I can't resort to violence. I'm a Marwadi. We are passive-aggressive people. So here's what I did. I started a riot in that club. And I stepped to the side. I waited for everybody else to tear the house down. At one point, one guy threw an AC off the fucking balcony. I stole that AC. And now I listen to Marshmello on 25 degrees Celsius. That's how we do our settlements. Because that's what we've been taught. If you grow up a Marwadi, they always teach you settlements. My parents wanted a good-looking son with a winning personality. They settled for me. It's like I'm the human variant of WorldLink. And my parents are my subscribers. They call me 5 times a day to threaten me, just like WorldLink subscribers. "If you don't do as promised, we'll break all connections with you." But they and I both know it's not gonna happen. They've already invested so much in me, like all WorldLink subscribers have. And let's face it, what are the other options? They don't want a son who's never there for them when they need the most. They don't want a son like Subisu, do they? And who wants a retarded child like NTC? Nobody.